simple curiosity is because I have a certain, I think, I don't want to be, arrogant. I feel like I have a certain insight that I have never had before these 3 years. Having said that, если ты не хочешь, we don't have to talk about it now, but мне кажется, что ты до сих пор чувствуешь, I feel like you're having a, by the way, this is my mentor right here, so people understand. This is who I listen to. This is we're gonna be hearing more of each other, and you will hear about this gentleman who's gonna conquer the world.
Please.
He's very humble. He's who I look up to. Having said that, мне просто кажется. Ладно, ты знаешь что? There's so many things I want to say. Тебе нет настроения, может, об этом говорить? About this whole thing with... You tell me.
I don't know how I feel about it. I just, it's a lot to process.
Но ты до сих пор, ты мне говоришь, что ты до сих пор, you're having certain thoughts. I don't want to say doubts. Yeah, I don't like the word doubts, but you have thoughts about it. Was it the right decision, or do you still communicate?
No, I don't. I blocked her.
Why? Что, поссорились?
No, I just,
Was it like a bitter ending?
I just came to a point where
Toxic?
Yeah, maybe you could call it that. I mean, it wasn't, and it wasn't. There were definitely toxic moments, but I mean...
You blocked her?
Yeah.
That's unusual. And she was trying to get in contact with you?
Yeah, she was. And,
Просто понимаешь, люди так, if people are together for a significant time, especially a person like you, it's significant. Not just a regular woman that, that you met in the street. This is someone that you connected with on a deep level.
the deepest that you could think of. I mean, it's really as deep as it gets. I mean, I don't know how it is with others, but I mean...
No, я тебя прекрасно слушаю. Я развелся after 16 years of marriage, 4 kids. It hurts. I deeply love this woman. People say, you say, I don't like the way she is now. I wouldn't want to be with her.
I love how you're cutting that, by the way.
Huh?
I love how you're cutting that, by the way.
Have you ever tried it, by the way? It's very delicious.
Yeah. The stem is...
This is very delicious.
You should eat your vegetables because...
That's all I eat. I mean,
all those phytochemicals are very, very important for your health.
Ты можешь мне просто сказать в двух словах, почему так ты решил и так drastic? She is your best, well, I don't want to say was. She was and still is in some ways your best and closest person in the world. And from a closest, a person can become a mortal enemy that you block. It's a lot of fear when you block people.
It's funny that you say fear is because our mantra of our relationship was
no fear.
Faith over fear.
There's a saying about fear. The FEAR stands for fuck everything and run.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Or
at one point.
You can rephrase it and say face everything and rise.
Face everything and rise.
It's up to you what you do with it, with the fear. Like Tyson says, everybody got fear. If you conquer it, then... Ну, а ты можешь мне сказать в двух словах, почему скандалили? Why?
It was a constant in the relationship. It just would always happen. Whatever it would be about,
Потому что overall she was just being jealous?
No, that wasn't the only thing. There were many reasons why.
If you were to gauge or to judge, what do you think was the main one?
The main reason is that I came to a point where like every argument that we would have would be fucking debilitating. Like I would feel.
The arguments are horrible.
Like I said, I couldn't function. It came to a point where I would go to the hospital and I, would have like this pit in my stomach and pit in my chest where I...
Chest, right? Chest? Not the headache?
everything.
But
It
where
would
was
just-
the
it
most?
would, it would feel like
where
if I
was
could
the
put it
most?
into one.
Here?
If I could put it into one word, it's paralysis.
Stress.
And
adrenaline.
I came to a
It's
point.
cortisol. It's all that.
Yeah, well, cortisol is long term, but you know that.
Yeah, but adrenaline was there.
And it was definitely was long term because, you know, for the time.
Believe me, I've had all these episodes.
In the beginning, it was much worse though. In the beginning, it was fucking. Well, not the very beginning. In the beginning, you know, it was, you know, obviously all the chemistry, all the chemicals.
Когда это началось? Это вот.
And it was always a theme in the relationship. It was always.
Me and my ex, we started arguing from the second day we met. For 25 years.
For me, it was different. We learned. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
I got lured in for like, I say maybe a couple months, and then the arguing started. So like, yeah, it was like that.
Но вы жили вместе, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Especially in this day,
it was
most
not.
people don't live together.
It was great because
And it was
when we
easy.
were living together, we were already 2 years in, somewhere around there, a year and a half, 2 years in, and it was. We argued rarely. We would argue maybe once every couple
Can
months.
you tell me in a nutshell,
like,
what was the subject of argument?
I would joke about it. I would call it. It would be our scheduled monthly argument.
A monthly, and then it
Yeah.
became how often? At the end, like every day?
And no, it would not be every day.
At the end.
I mean, this doesn't really give you much context, but towards the end, it was she left for a trip to her homeland, and I haven't seen her for a month and a half.
But you stayed in touch, right?
Of course, we stayed in touch. I couldn't wait to see her. And
You could what?
I couldn't wait to see her. And it just, the events that had followed, which literally the day that she had returned, what she had done was.
When was this?
This was September 17th, going into the 18th.
This September, right?
Yeah.
Just now. Couple of months.
Yeah. So.
And she went, where did she go?
She just flew back from her homeland, and
Where's her homeland?
Lebanon.
Oh, Lebanon.
She's half Lebanese, half Peruvian.
Uh-huh.
So
Interesting mix.
and she had all the qualities and features of a woman that you could want, in a sense that just rare in the world that we live today.
No,
They're very
she's
hard to come by.
rare woman.
They're very hard to come by.
Do you still miss her?
Very much so. Very much so, I do. Yeah.
Как ты думаешь? Did she want to break up?
No. We would still be together if it wasn't for me.
Do you at times, I don't want to say that word regret, but do you feel that you may
Yes.
I hear you. Послушай, я хочу понять. Okay, but what was, so she comes back from Lebanon, then what?
She comes back from Lebanon, and I'd feel like it would, for me to explain this and you'd say this story, it wouldn't really provide.
But just say it, I'm curious.
It wouldn't do justice to it because there's so much that is unknown, and
Расскажи мне.
to say it just in a general sense.
Расскажи. It sounds already like it's a lot.
It wouldn't really, in a general sense, it wouldn't make sense
It
because
doesn't have to. Sometimes things that don't make sense make the most sense. Расскажи. And like, again, just a bit.
I mean, I haven't seen this woman for a month. And the first time that I see, about over a month,
Mm-hmm.
the first time that I have to see her, she invites me to the local bar next to the hospital.
Mm-hmm. And this is, you were not living already together?
No, she had moved out because that's a whole fucking story.
So you were kind of like getting a little bit distant? I mean,
There was a whole fallout that had happened, and that caused her to move out.
like an argument?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you maybe you'll tell me. No, скажи. Say what you wanted to say about when she came back. She went to a bar with you.
No, she didn't go to a bar. She invited me to a bar.
Invited you to a bar, okay.
This is like one of those situations where.
Слушай, do you really want to? I mean, I can stop this nonsense. I mean, does this? I can. It doesn't have. You know, forget. I don't want to record. This is.
It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense.
Listen.
There's so much to tell. Like it's very complex.
Hold on. First of all, this is not a conversation that I want to record. You're gonna be right back. Зачем мы такое?
У вас такие звезды на ушей.
На ушей. Хорошо говорит.
Я не выделю хоть где-то.
Спросили, ты ей нравишься.
Надо спрашивать.
Что там, наггетсы?
Не слышу, что?
Наггетсы?
Не нравится спрашивать.
Нравится?
Наггетсы?
Не понял.
Не понял? Что ты ешь?
Креветки.
Креветки.
Хочешь?
Ладно, уже лучше. Нет, спасибо большое. Не хочу.
Мы на диете?
Я не голодна.
Почему?
Такой фамильярный такой.
Вы не голодный, я не верю.
Жаль.
Жаль. Естественно.
Бежные слова.
Очень приятно было с вами познакомиться.
Скажи, пожалуйста, ты знаешь, я этому человеку сказал, чтобы он тебя спросил, или он тебе нравится. А он говорит, так не надо спрашивать. Слушай, ты знаешь,
Так все видно. Да.
а ты мне скажи, а вот он тебе нравится?
Да.
Скажи, охуительный. Так это только внешность. Подожди, ты с ним пообщайся, блин. Он мозг выносит, только посмотрев. Посмотри на нее, глазами своими. Смотрите глаза, блин. Он охуительный.
Чем он мозг выносит?
Глаза, у него глаза, блин, горят. Смотрите глаза. Не против. Он просто отъехавший.
Он голоден, поэтому вообще...
Голоден? Ты не поймаешь. У него искры из глаз идут. Я тебе скажу, что мы когда будем... Ты хотела любовника? Вот давай будешь нашим тоже, с нами троем будем жить.
Я даже звезды.
Вот я вот с ним тебе разрешаю. Вот с ним можно. А мама вот сидит мама. И мама тоже нас по-еврейски благословит.
Извините, пожалуйста, вам суп приносить или что?
Суп? Суп в кровать. Суп на завтрак.
Отлично. Вместо
Настенька, вот такого мужчину.
Мой сын, мои детки любят, чтобы их любили очень хорошо.
А ну дай мне Тасю. Мы сейчас
У
спросим.
меня два сыночка, Аркашенька и Андрюшенька.
У тебя еще брат есть.
Аркашенька, сыночка.
Это феноменальные кадры. Потом весь мир увидит, скажет, ребята реально ощутили ситуацию. Не по-детски. А где Таисия? Оцени твою... Кстати, вот твоя невеста. Вот это твоя невеста. Таисия, так, только давай, без всех этих... это твой жених. Это твоя невеста. Давай познакомься. Что, Абрам? Вот за этого мужчину ты пойдешь замуж. Или, по крайней мере, за такого какого-то. Хоть немножко такого. Потому что этот мужик, то, за кого я тебя отдал бы, если... Ну, посмотрим, слушай, тебе пока сколько там?
13.
Какие? 7 лет. Посмотри,
7 лет?
посмотри на это бомба. Она же тебя, она тебя сейчас жить научит.
Моя зая, моя сладкая девчонка, ты моя сладкая.
Девчонка, это бомба.
Привет! Привет! Я тут за ними смотрю, за Аркашкой, за Андрюшей. Короче, ну, они хулиганят, конечно, очень сильно.
Хули что?
Хулиганят.
Тася, что они говорят такие слова?
Короче, я их кормлю, Бусечка. Зая, пора спать, не обращай внимания.
Какой пора спать? Скажи, кому спать? Мы только проснулись. Алло, контора.
Мася, пора спать.
Она уже ложится.
Завтра уже
Завтра
увидимся.
школа. Тася, ты мне скажи такую вещь. Тася, нам эта школа надо?
Надо!
Не надо.
Не слушайте.
Мы свою школу откроем, правильно?
Да, школу.
Слушай, скажи мне, одну секундочку,
Так вы
Тасенька,
откроете
скажи,
свой, да.
пожалуйста, Тася, как тебе этот молодой человек? Скажи красивый.
Здрасте.
Нравится, да? Ну ты понимаешь, это внешность.
Филиппа Киркорова аж похож.
На Филиппа
Кстати,
Киркорова
фанат Филиппа
похож.
Киркорова.
Извини,
Слушай,
он-
Тася, скажи такую вещь. Вот поговори, скажи два слова, познакомься, пообщайся.
Как вас зовут?
Андрей, как у вас?
Меня Тася.
Тася. Очень приятно.
Тасенька, спроси важные вопросы. Как живет, чем дышит? А?
Какой?
Какой вопрос? Ну, важные вопросы, которые ты меня учила спрашивать у мужчин при первом свидании. Давай, включайся в тему. Это твой жених будущий. Он уже не будет, он уже и есть жених. У вас разница всего-то знаешь сколько? 7, 24, 16 лет. Perfect. Perfect. 10 лет она будет готова.
Это perfect.
Perfect. Тася, вот тебе хорошая разница. Она почти как у нас с мамой, 16 лет. И через 10 лет ты будешь готова. И вот
Начинаем
этот вот,
сейчас,
этот
завтра.
мужчина, поверь мне,
Подготавливаемся.
поверь мне, я вас благословлю. Вот с таким мужчиной выйти за него замуж. Поверь мне, в хорошую семью отдаю, в хорошие руки. Ага, буду ревновать, конечно, буду, да, но это нормально. Не, ну это так и есть.
Что Тася уже застеснялась.
Тася застеснялась? Это хорошо.
Муся моя.
Скажи, мы должны немножко притвориться, что мы это культурные девушки. Кто там стесняется, скажи. Все насквозь вижу. Таисия, ну спроси пару каких-то вопросов умных, давай.
А у тебя есть жена?
О,
Слава богу, нет.
Никогда не было, господи, боже мой. Только он у меня еще
тихо,
маленький.
тихо, стой, подожди, ну подожди. Тазенька, скажи еще раз, подожди, не кричи.
Почему, слава богу?
Опа. Тут на разницу.
Он еще маленький
Дай
у меня.
поговорить, ну. Вот мешает два. Ты можешь дать поговорить, ну.
Тасенька, там у тебя есть твоя
Она
мама?
не даст поговорить.
Тасенька.
Она не даст. Смотри, я опять ногтями. Смотри, дай поговорить. ну.
Тасенька, у тебя-то есть твоя мама, а вот Андрюши есть я, мама,
Ну
рядом.
все, ну мама должна, скажи его, эти вот, привязать его канатом.
Поэтому и слава богу,
Ага.
говорит.
Поэтому при маме, слава богу.
То, что мама есть.
Тася, скажи, пора выходить из оков материнских. Пуповину обрезаем, давно уже обрезал и так. Короче, Тася, хороший был вопрос. Почему, слава богу, ты сказал?
Я сказала.
Нет, он
не
сказал, слава богу, нет, ты сказал. Тася,
Максим Галкин вот здесь
кто сказал, слава богу?
персонально.
Мама или твой жених? Кто сказал?
Андрей сказал.
Андрей сказал, слава, внимательно. Так, почему, слава богу? Ответ на вопрос,
Не
надо ответить.
готов еще к женам.
Скажи, потому что, я за него отвечу, потому что тебя жду.
Да, Андрюш, скажи, тебя жду. Закончу medical school, стану врачом. Зарабатывать много денег.
Это будет
И буду тебя любить.
светило медицины. Потом он из медицины уйдет и станет править миром с тобой вместе. Ты будешь его королева. Запоминай, запиши себе в дневник.
Ну вот он ответил вопрос для тебя, за меня.
Записывай.
Запишивай.
Да.
Запишиваем все. Все запишиваем.
Кстати,
Ой,
ты можешь в
смешная
Мексику
такая
поехать?
девчонка
Поехали в Мексику.
хорошая
Давай.
такая.
Мы к ним их навестим.
Они в Мексике?
Ну, мы жили, пока меня Настя не бросила. Настя, когда ты меня бросила? 5 дней назад. А?
Никто никого не бросал.
Ага, спроси у мамы, у меня все на ютубе записано. Дверью мне прямо, дверью мне в лицо.
Мася, скажи мне, пожалуйста, моя сладкая. Ты мои сладкие девчонки, такие красивые.
Ну, это хорошо.
Как у вас дела?
It's okay, I'll record me. See how scary
I
that shit
said
is?
no.
I
Ладно,
said
снимай.
yes to me.
Послушай, пожалуйста.
Опа, смотри. А я уйду, только не оскорбляй меня, ладно? Не оскорбляй, что ты отдохни. Я знаю, я уйду, только не оскорбляй меня. Потому что ты боишься, чтобы я вот так повернула тебя, не хочешь. А я в нее нормально смотрю, и я не устал. Ты устала. Let's be respectful. How about that?
Ты не сделаешь то, что ты делаешь со всеми.
Солнышко, показать тебя в камеру сейчас. Не угрожай мне, ладно? Я ж тебя не трогаю. Я знаю, как я живу и как ты
В
живешь.
моем доме камеры снимаю только я.
Вот я уже снимаю. Что ты будешь делать? Вызывай полицию. А я тебе не покажу. Out of respect to your son, but you disrespecting me, because I say the truth.
This is way to go to your home.
А ну скажи это в камеру. Давай.
It's a way to go.
А мне обидно. И пока эта женщина... Check this out. Так, окей, скажи мне. Скажи мне. So your question is, why did my wife leave me?
Yes, that is my question.
So, first of all, she didn't leave me.
Okay, so you left her.
It's not, that's not a simple, who left who.
Okay, how did it turn to shit?
So,
Or was it always shit, and what was the breaking point?
so we met, we were 19. And the second date, she didn't let me in because she was doing something with someone, busy, someone, or not someone. There was a lot of haze. My grandpa said, не надо. Это не то. So I'm not on any medication. Except for coffee. So in any case, so this is how, then things just started to unravel. They unraveled for 5 years. I went into...
How did you make it to your residency when you had all this shit going on?
It was rough, man. I was depressed. Mild depression, which you're going through right now. I don't know if you realize.
You get any pussy or no?
I'm sorry?
You get any pussy or no?
Pussy? Bunch of pussy. But it was pussy. That's all I had.
Yeah.
The women that possessed the pussy, I didn't have. I had pussy. Which is always a wrong thing to have. You need to have a woman. And love a woman, not love a pussy. Like a beautiful example. I was showing my ex to a neighbor of mine, saying, "Oh, look how my ex was beautiful," and he said, "No," and I showed her pictures of her. I mean, I love the bitch, whatever. And he goes, she's gorgeous," and I had some pictures of her topless. You ever seen her?
No.
You want to see her?
Looks like I don't have a choice.
No, you don't have to show you if you don't want to see her. So this is how she is now. Вот это вот. Поэтому такая, видишь какая? You see that smile? That's snake. That's not us. Look at the eyes, are not smiling. See that eye is not smiling. That's a wicked smile. Oh, whatever, let her smile that way. All the way. So I'll show you how she used to smile when she was loved. She was a loved woman. So what's this? This is her, 3 years ago. Pretty decent, 4 kids. You gotta give it to her. Quality broad. Да, покажу.
Okay.
She's okay, huh, for 45? You can't say no.
Yeah.
Come on, decent. 4 kids, show me people who have 4 kids and look like that. It's uncommon. She has good genes. Very powerful woman. No wonder everyone's scared of her. Look at that. Power. That's my baby. Back then, but not no more. That's power.
Reminds me of somebody.
Powerful.
That I've
See
met
those
before.
eyes? Power. Confidence. Oh yeah. She would call everyone had she been in that state. Now watch what happens. Well, we're not gonna show that on YouTube because she can't. Pretty decent. That's actually fake titties. But that's okay. Look at that. She was doing some modeling things. Beautiful woman. And then this happened to her. This happened, you see? Дырка в голове у нее. Только это не у нее. But something similar. I suture something up. But in any case, so then for the last 5 years, it just discombobulated. I got depressed. I had affairs with everyone and anyone. The whole 3 hospitals, 4. I mean, I was just everywhere. Swinger clubs, me and her.
You and her?
Huh?
You and her?
Yeah. She was, I keep saying that she was, I have a video about this, how she was pleasuring, so I will say it nice, pleasuring an Arab orally, сосала хуй у араба, вот так вот. Вот так, like over there, на шаббат, при мне. Рабай сказал, странно это немножечко, как-то не по-еврейски. На шаббат, блядь, у араба. Жена араба сосала мой. Но я не помню жену, я помню этого араба, блядь. Мне араб мозг вынес. Вот это вот вся тема. Я не был готов к такому. So we've been through a few things, you know. So we've taken each other places where not many people go. And interestingly enough, тогда, когда это было, we had some of the best times. Because there was a lot of trust. To do that, you need a lot of trust. Huh?
When was that?
This was maybe a couple of years before I got depressed. Maybe at 38, 39. I got depressed at 40, 41. So yeah, so that was maybe a year or two before.
What do you think was the source of the depression?
It was multifactorial. It was the fact that initially we were never supposed to. If I had my brain now, I would have never been with her. She was the wrong person. She's a liar, and she lies on a very, very deep and superficial. And
You hate liars.
Huh?
You hate liars.
We all lie. I lie to myself a lot but that's.
But I'm noticing a common theme here that you value.
It's horrible.
Truth.
When you lie, that's it. You lost. You are lost. It's unsettled. And we all lie to ourselves always, because we always come up with excuses for ourselves. Like, yeah, you know, I did not read the book today because I was busy talking to women. No, because I'm lazy. I will not be 100% sincere because I want to feel myself in the best way possible. So we always lie to ourselves. We come up with these stories. Oh, the reason I didn't finish my exercise is because I was busy. No, because I'm lazy. So I owe myself 10 of these little things I do. So I haven't done it in the morning or whatever. So, but people lie to each other on purpose. So that's terrible. And to save their asses. If you lie to someone so that they don't get hurt. Like I used to have a wound in my neck, and my mom called me. I had an abscess in Caribbean. She said, "How you doing?" I'm like, I want to like complain. Я хотел сказать, у меня тут такая штука на шее, вот такая гной льется. In a freaking Caribbean.
How'd you get that?
It was a furuncle, такой big abscess. Whatever. Yeah, but whatever. The guy cut it up for me. He sliced it, drained it. But I was fever, antibiotic. I wasn't right for like a few days. This thing was like this, прыщик ковырял, блин. So она мне позвонила, я говорю, Mama, everything's fine. And I wanted to complain, but if I said that, she'd be worried. That's a good lie.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So
Because she can't do anything about it.
Yeah, so why would I make her worried? That's a beautiful lie.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah, and that's like a friend of mine, his grandma hid Jewish people during the Holocaust in Russia. Она спрятала евреев у себя дома. She was a Orthodox Christian, православная была, really religious. So she couldn't lie by a ninth commandment in the Bible. Don't lie. Don't bear false witness. Don't lie. So she couldn't lie by Bible. She was very, very religious. So the the Nazis, when they came to her house, they said, are you hiding anyone here? Прячьте кого-то. You know what she said? Come in. That's not a lie. Oh, they didn't come in. They just left. And that's what the story told me. Well, there are lies. It's called lying by omission.
Yes.
And that's a horrible lie too. You just don't say you're cheating on your wife. Because she doesn't ask you, technically you're not lying, you're lying. You're lying by omission.
Yes.
Это ложь недоговариванием, ложь умалчиванием. Получил плохую оценку, не сказал родителям. Трахаешь кого-то на стороне, забыл жене. Забыл. You forgot. Oh, let's remember. Так вот, so the question, why did my wife leave me? She actually threw me out, technically speaking. She said, get the fuck out of there. Now, she's been throwing me out for the last 10 years of our marriage. And I left. And I left sometimes to go to a hotel, telling my wife that I'm going to screw some broad, screw some bitch in a hotel. I told her, я иду трахать кого-то, я иду трахать моих телочек, да? А ты тут сиди, блядь, и сопли жуй, сука. Только у меня не было тогда телочек даже. So I lied to her about fucking around. That was a twisted relationship she and I had. Imagine to lie to your wife that you're screwing women when you actually don't. That's what I did, just to fuck with her. Because she fucked with me. Oh, I'm divorcing you for the last 10 years of our marriage. Я ухожу, как вчера вот мама это было тоже.
And the same stupid shit.
И it's a fucking sabotage, блядь. You don't... When Настя мне говорит, что нет смысла разговор продолжать, Настенька уходит. Я говорю, Настенька свободна.
3 fucking times when she was away, she kept this fucking intimidation where, so we're done. So we're done.
Women.
And I called her on our bullshit. I called her combination with everything.
Sabotage.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sorry, this is supposed to be about you and your story.
No. It's okay.
It's like, literally, it's like, no, dude, cold water, like you said, caffeine and cold.
Yeah, let's go. So the thing is, what I'm saying is, ты говоришь, что давай сейчас позвоним папе, на камеру запишем папу, хочешь?
I can, but...
Но это некрасиво, что папа не знает, что мы на камере.
He won't be prepared for that.
No, you know what? Ты готов ему позвонить?
I don't want to do that to him.
No, let's not. Hey, it was a good video. We're gonna talk some more. This is my mentor. Check this out.